feel so badly. He's got some difficulty. There was an accident, and that's all I know. Very close friend of mine. He's an amazing person, amazing man, but some difficulty.
So much talent, such a shame. President Trump extending support to Tiger Woods as controversy strikes again for the world's most famous golfer. Woods now facing DUI charges after allegedly speeding down the wrong side of the road to overtake someone, causing a rollover car crash in Florida. Thankfully, nobody was injured there, but they could have been. The 15-time major champion's Land Rover clipping a truck there in the process. And the Martin County Sheriff said when police arrived on the scene, Woods was showing signs of impairment. Woods agreed to a breathalyzer test, which showed no signs of intoxication, but refused a urine analysis and was arrested. He's now out after posting bail. Well, this is Woods' second DUI arrest. The first was in 2017 when Florida police there found him asleep behind the wheel. We're going to welcome to the show now Tarlika Núñez-Navarro, a former circuit court judge. Judge Navarro, thank you so much for joining us. I want you to take a listen as the Martin County Sheriff said Woods performed sobriety tests. Listen here.
They did several tests on him. Of course, he did explain the injuries and the surgeries that he had. We did take that into account. But they did do some in-depth roadside tests. And when it was determined, he was placed under arrest and taken to the Martin County Jail.
But he declined a urine analysis test. Is that going to impact his case looking ahead? How will it impact the case?
Well, absolutely. It's a good and bad thing. First of all, he can be charged with a refusal in the state of Florida for declining that test. But that is a maximum of 60 days in jail versus 1 year in jail if he is convicted of a DUI. And it's a good thing. His attorneys can go ahead and file a motion to suppress those field sobriety exercises that he performed and that he was essentially arrested on. And the prosecution will not be able to prove most likely that he was impaired.
Okay, well, Tiger Woods, he's got a history of driving incidents. This latest occurrence is his second DUI arrest in Florida that doesn't involve alcohol. So look at here at this timeline. How does the state of Florida handle alcohol DUI cases? Back in 2017, Woods said that he'd taken a bad mix of painkillers. If that's the case here again, what impact does that have? What are the differences?
Well, it depends if this case goes into in front of a jury or in front of a judge. So a judge has discretion to hear prior incidences, but if it goes in front of a jury, of course, his attorneys will be moving to exclude that evidence so that the jury hears nothing about those prior incidences. The problem is everyone in the country knows about those prior incidences, so they're probably going to have a hard time finding a jury that doesn't know that.
Is his license going to be revoked?
Immediately, yes. Under our statutes in the state of Florida, a first refusal or a second refusal is an automatic license suspension.
Yeah, you just wonder why he's driving in the first place. Like he couldn't have his own driver, or Uber Black would be like a drop in the bucket for him. You don't know if it's just about independence or why he would be wanting to do this. But he's putting not just his own life at risk behaving this way, but other people too. I mean, somebody could have died here. How much worse could this have been?
Absolutely. I mean, it sounds to me like this everyone got off okay in this incident. But if you look at his history, he has put several people at harm over the past more than 4 years over his 4 incidences. And this was a rollover. So the fact that he walked away from this is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, well, the Masters begins on April the 9th, and the soft deadline for the 2027 Ryder Cup is quickly approaching too. How could his legal trouble interrupt his attempts at participating in these tournaments?
Well, it's all about the sponsors, Anna. You know that. I believe Mercedes and several other sponsors are sponsors of the Masters, and they do not want to be, on his hats and his logo and associated with multiple incidents of arrest and charges of DUI. So it's really about the sponsors, less about the Masters.
Yeah, sometimes cases like this that are high profile, they could go one way or the other. The judge could either try to make an example out of him because it's so high profile and say, look, it doesn't matter if you're, intoxicated from prescription drugs or from alcohol or from something else. You shouldn't be doing this, whether you're a star or whether you aren't. Make an example out of him or get special treatment. Which way do you see this one going?
Listen, as a prior circuit court judge, we treat everyone the same. No one is different, whether or not you're a celebrity or you're a regular John Smith off the street. We want to make sure that we are fair and impartial and objective in all our rulings.
Yeah, you hope that all judges are that way. Thank you so much. Former Circuit Court Judge Tarlika Núñez-Navarro. Appreciate you being here. Thanks.
Thank you, Anna. Have a good day.
You too, and hope he gets the